By now, hopefully, you will have seen the new features video for Football Manager 2015, but obviously we have another game mode in the game, which is Football Manager Classic, and well, we didn't want you guys to feel left out, those of you who enjoy playing Classic mode, so here are a few of the new things that you can see in Football Manager Classic 2015. As well as the aforementioned additions to the original game mode, we've also got some great new features which will allow FMC fans to customise the way they play Classic mode this year. A number of FMC players had contacted us saying that they enjoyed the uncluttered feel of playing Classic mode, but wanted to play using a larger database than was available in FMC 14. This is something we can now cater for as we've introduced some of the more advanced setup options available in the full fat career mode. This will also allow players to customise the size of their database to retain as much depth and as many players as they want. Something else that's now possible using these new advanced setup options, a brand new one for FMC this year, is the option to skip pre-season. This is ideal for those who might want to dive straight into the action of their first season with the default squads and without having to worry about any of the manager's duties leading up to the big kickoff. For those that want that little bit more control over their club, we've also added the option of managing training this year that will be entirely up to you whether and how much you want to be involved. All you have to do, if you do want to oversee player training, is to navigate to the training screen and tick the relevant box to assume control. If you prefer, you'll also be able to control training on an individual player-by-player basis. In addition to these changes to training, tutoring will be making its FMC debut this year as well, allowing players' personalities to be a little bit more flexible. How it works is, each season, your assistant will assess the balance of your squad and pick out any young players who could benefit from tutelage. Then they'll pair the player up with a more experienced member of the squad who can take them under their wing and help guide their development. All these changes to FMC have been designed to not take away from the streamlined feel of Classic mode while feeding managers that little bit more information. This is something that's reflected in the upgraded news screen as well, with it being tidier than ever and easier to navigate through the now separated match and other news sections. We've also introduced a number of new board requests and unlockables for FMC 15. You'll now be able to ask the board to increase the percentage of transfer revenue you receive, relay the pitch, improve the club's youth setup levels, and expand your scouting network. In terms of unlockables, the three new ones that we've introduced this year are lifetime player, placing a player onto a rolling contract that will mean the only way they can leave the club is if you specifically choose to sell them or they retire. Unsuspend player removes any bans a player is currently set to serve, making them immediately available for your next match. And finally, for the more nefarious players, we have the dodgy lasagna unlockable. This unlockable can be applied to any team, be it your next opponents or your fierce rivals ahead of their biggest game of the season. Naturally, we would never condone it, but this one could come in handy on the day of that crucial match where you do anything to get the win. Of course, there are other ways to try and guarantee victory in these make or break matches, team meetings for example. Brand new to FMC this year, if you're heading into a decisive match that can lead to promotion or relegation, you'll now be prompted to hold a team meeting to rally the troops and hopefully inspire them to get you over that final hurdle. With everything that you've seen in this video today and many, many more new features and improvements going into the game this year, Football Manager 2015 is sure to be the most immersive and realistic management experience so far in the series. We really hope you enjoy playing it.